Hello and welcome to Pink Flowers Games. This is my first ever video, so bear with me and enjoy! Okay, so right off the bat here, we're in my Create a Sim, and I'm making my first sim. So my goal for this series is to create the families for each of the houses first, and then build the houses based off how I create each of the families. So here I'm going to give you a little preview of me creating the first sim, and I couldn't decide for the longest time if I wanted her to be like a single sim, and that's what I was going to go for at first. But then towards the end I decided I wanted to make her married, and so they have a little kid and cat, and you'll see it all here. So you can see me going through just deciding how I want her to look. I was going more for like cozy, like cottagecore, more-esque vibes, and I really love these earrings. They're so cute, so I'm really happy I got a chance to use them, and just going through figuring out how I can make this sim fit the aesthetic I wanted her to. I'm not very good at creating the sims. That's probably what I'm weaker at. And I'm hoping with this series I not only grow my strengths in creating sims, but also decorating like houses and landscaping, and just making it, all of it, improving it all, not just creating my sims. So that's why I'm doing both and not just one or the other. So here I am designing Valentina's husband, Chad, which I just randomized the names. I don't have the willpower to come up with my own. I decided to give her a husband because I always struggle with designing male characters, so this gave me a chance to work on that and just see if I can improve, and I think he came out pretty well. Also, if you couldn't tell by now, I am using custom content, and all the packs that I have. I do not have all the packs, but I'm just using all of it that I have and just doing that work with. I'll probably add more custom content throughout the series, maybe more packs here or there, but for right now we're just doing and working with the worlds and the content that I have. Maybe I'll do stuff without custom content too at some point, just to show what you can do without it, but I enjoy using custom content. So I think to me it adds a little bit of something, but it's not for everybody. It's also not super easy for everybody to do, so I will show like me doing things without it, and me doing things with just base games, just all of that fun stuff. So I did design all of their outfits, but I didn't include that. I just included their like basic everyday outfits, and then me picking their traits and stuff like that. And this is the kid. She's so cute. I like how she turned out. I think it was really cute. I like her little braid that I gave her, little glasses. She's adorable. I remember what her name is off the top of my head, so I'm gonna wait to see until I actually do it. But her little outfit is so cute, and I show all of her outfits because it didn't take very long for me to design her. She's really cute, and I was really happy that I went with the idea of making a little family and not just a single sim. I think that really is gonna pay off in the end, and it gives me a chance to design more rooms, which I'm always more excited about. Building is definitely my favorite aspect of The Sims. Her name's Mackenzie, and then this is the cat. I was concerned. I didn't really know if I wanted a full-grown cat or a kitten, but then I was like, I want a kitten, so I gave them a little kitten, and they're so cute. So now we get to see where they live, their little house, and since the white mountain is like cottage core, I put them here, and I cut it out, but I could not figure out how I wanted to design the house. I was struggling for so long with trying to figure it out. I really wanted to give them like a more cottage vibe, and my downside was I didn't look at any references, which I should have. Usually I do. In the future I will, just I didn't this time. And so next time, I definitely will. It'll definitely help out a lot more. But I think it came out pretty cute. I don't think I'm super happy with it. So maybe in the future, I might come back and redesign it. But I think that overall, I'm not mad about how this house came out. And it looks really cute. And if I end up redesigning it in the future, I do. But for now, I'm happy with it. And I think it fits. I think there's some aspects like the exterior I could have used more. It's very bland and boring. And some parts in the interior, like Mackenzie's room, I definitely could have added more to her room because it's kind of lackluster. It doesn't really have that child joy that I was trying to go for. So maybe in the future I'll like redo this, see what else can be added to it. But my favorite part is probably the living room, which you'll notice that I did not remember that it was missing. Like the carpet somehow disappeared. It like deleted by mistake. And I didn't notice, and so when I went back in later, I put the carpet back in, so you'll see that at the very end. But yeah. While I'm designing this exterior, I guess I'll take this moment to talk about some of the things I want to accomplish with the series. I want to accomplish overall just getting better at things within The Sims and just having a fun time. I know I'm not like the best builder or character designer, but you can only get better by working on it and improving, and you improve by doing it. So that's what I'm setting out for with this series, just improving what I'm already capable of and making it better. I'm definitely going to make use of references in the future. I think that'll help me out a lot. Not using references in this one, I think, really put me at a disadvantage and didn't make it the best it could have been. And so, there's always room for improvement. And so I think just learning and working with what I learned from this first experience and taking that on through the rest of the series, I think it'll help a lot. But I really I'm excited. I wanted to redo the map for a long time. I've tried it in the past, but this time I'm hoping recording it will help me stick through with it because I'm really, really excited to do it. I just love giving it this little my own little touch to everything and making it my own rather than what the game provides for me. And I think you'll see that as this series progresses. and I'm just so excited. As I said before, I didn't really do much with the exterior, and I go back later and fix it. Um, it's not my strong suit, so I'm definitely gonna be working more, and that's a big thing I want to improve on. That's like one of my goals, getting better like the exterior, because I think I'm pretty good at the interior stuff, but getting even better at the exterior stuff, because it's definitely something that I've always struggled with and still struggle more with. As you see now, we're starting to get into the interior, which I'm actually pretty happy with how this turned out. I was really excited. Over here, I knew right away I wanted this little laundry area, and it's so, like, It's so cute. I actually like this might be my favorite part of the build. It's so simple, yet I think it just adds it's just a cute little charm to the whole build and kind of ties it together in a way, which is really cute. And yeah, I don't know, something about it. I just love it so much. And then here I am doing the kitchen. I was struggling for like a long time figuring out how I wanted to do this and how I wanted to lay out the kitchen. I usually start with the kitchens. I don't know why. It's like something I always start with every time I build. I was really struggling with figuring out how I wanted to lay this out in a way that it would work with the rest of the build. And adding this half wall really helped me. I think it really just, you'll see what I do in a bit because I was really struggling with the fridge. Putting that half wall gave me the extra space on the other side to like add extra things, and I think that's what really ended up helping me because otherwise I feel like it all would felt so much more open, and that's not as like cozy to me. So the half walls make it like more closed off, and like they're more like designated rooms, which to me makes it more of a cozy feel, which is what I was really trying to go for with this whole build. But the coffee maker, I really wanted a coffee maker and I could not find anywhere to fit it. And so at that point I was just like, okay, I'm not gonna have it. But then when I was putting in the moving the cat feeder in the trash can, I decided to extend that half wall and have a little like island counter there. And I put the microwave on it and then the coffee maker on where the microwave currently is. And I think that was so good because I really wanted the coffee maker. So I was so excited when I had a little way to tie it into the build. And I think it really looked so much cuter than I think what I was originally doing. I think that just something so small, like adding an extra counter, can just completely change how the kitchen or like any room looks, and it can just add so much to the space, and I think that's what it did in this case. Now we are getting into the living room area, which I think turned out really cute. I'm happy with like all the interior stuff for the most part. I think what's lacking is probably the bedrooms. I think that's where I kind of stopped putting in effort as much. And so maybe like if I ever come back around and redo this, I'll fix that up a little bit. But I'm really happy with how this living room turned out. It's very small and cozy, and this little fireplace is so cute. I wanted an excuse to use it. So when I laid it out this way, I was like, oh, I never get to use these ones. I usually use the bigger fireplaces and put the TVs on those, but I think the way I did it this time is a lot better, and I really, really liked it. Also, I'm not adding the lights until later, which might be slightly like making it look dimmer as I'm decorating the spaces, but I like to add in the lighting to make it like using the lamps and stuff. Like when I decorate with like putting the little circle lights around everywhere to make the whole thing bright, so I'm not decorating in darkness. I tend to not use like actual lightings and just go based on those. So I find like decorating where it's darker for most of it, I tend to use more dynamic lightings. Like this little plant with a candle. Like I probably would have never thought to use it if I had lit up everything else because I would just neglect to think that lamps exist. I would just use the overhead lighting, which takes away from so much of a room sometimes. Sometimes a little lamp just really ties it together and you're not going to think about it unless the room is actually like too dark and you can't see anything. So that's why I tend to decorate with the rooms a lot darker than, you know, someone might enjoy. I don't know. It's not good for like a video that people are trying to watch, but for me decorating it's very helpful. And you'll see it in a little bit. I know I keep saying that, but when I decorate the little like entryway, oh, it's so cute. I think like that and the laundry area are like my favorite. I know these little areas are like my favorites. I love doing entryways. I love decorating them. I don't know why. Something about it is just so cute, so cozy, and I love it. Okay, so now we're moving on to the master bedroom, which this bedroom and Mackenzie's bedroom I'm not too happy with. I kind of wish I went back and maybe redid some things with both of them and just added a bit more character. But I think it's still cute. I don't think it's ugly by any means. I think what I more rather would have done was had like a different bed. I don't think I'm too happy with the bed I chose for this room. And just with Mackenzie's room, you'll see it's just kind of like, it looks like I didn't put in as much effort, which I definitely didn't. So maybe going back in the future and putting in a little bit more effort. But they realized I hadn't put a desk in this whole house with bookshelves. So that's why there's bookshelves in there. But that's me looking for bookshelves and also completely missing that the living room carpet had disappeared, which I did every single time I panned over the whole house. I completely missed it. Like, it kind of baffles me that I missed it so many times. I found it so funny when I was watching this back and editing video and like, how did I miss that? Like, I just kept completely glancing over it. For a second, I was gonna put two desks in here, so like the husband and the wife could both have one. I just decided, get a little craft desk instead of one. That way I could still have the easel in the house, rather than putting it like outside or something like that. But, I mean, I'm not mad with how the bedrooms turned out. But I definitely think they could have been better, and I think they're both kind of missing something. I don't know what, but I feel like they're both missing something. So now we're moving on to Mackenzie's room, and before we get to the room, you can see there's a little like hallway area, and I just gonna plop the plant down. Later on, I go and change it. You'll see it. I put the like holiday storage bins there when I remembered they existed, and I think that's a lot cuter than the little plant. The plant kind of looks awkward. And this little urine monster, I thought it was so cute when I saw it, so I had to add it in. But I'm not too happy with this room, although I do think it's growing on me. I think it's starting to like, it's definitely starting to grow on me, and I'm definitely starting to like it more now. I think it is fitting. There's not too much going on, so I think like when I'd be playing through it, I could get the chance like add art projects and wall art. That's something I didn't do. I mean, she has a lot of windows in her room though. That's kind of hard to add the wall art when there's open windows and I can get a big bookshelf in. But I mean, definitely I think you can use a little bit of something else, but I'm also not sure what else that could be. So maybe in the future, like, I'll mess around with it. And also this is when I realized that I was like, I want to put curtains in this build. And then I did not put curtains anywhere other than in here in the kitchen. And so I'm definitely going to go back at some point, maybe in the future. If I ever redo this, remember curtains, and just for future builds, remember curtains exist and you can use them because people have curtains in their house. But I think overall the room is so cute. I don't think any of these rooms are ugly or anything. But like I am happy with how the build came out overall. Now we're getting to the outside, the exterior, like activity stuff, the little grill area, that picnic, obviously the trash cans. I never moved the mailbox, which I feel like I should have, but it's okay. Also, the little bike. I thought that was fun. And I did the planters for Valentina because I think she would be a planter gardener, so give her plants, this one's for Mackenzie, and a cute little campfire. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this. So I hope you enjoyed and just enjoy the rest of you. Bye.